The Shep Naz Podcast begins now.
You're listening to the Shep Naz Podcast, a podcast at Shepherd Church. Everything we do here is help people take their next step toward Jesus. This podcast is part of that. We want to help you engage daily in spiritual development. And today, we have a special guest joining us all the way from Mount Vernon, Ohio, is Pastor Brett, sitting on his couch, all comfy-like. We're going to be talking about SpringFest. It's coming up really soon. April 21st, in fact, is the date. We want to give you the information and give you an opportunity to jump in and be a part of what's happening. So that's what we're going to talk about. Pastor Brett, welcome in, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, Joey.
Yeah. No biggie at all. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. No complaints here. Just working hard at school, working hard at church, staying busy, man.
And school is, you've got like what, 5 weeks, 4 weeks left, 3 weeks left?
Like 4 weeks. Graduation is a month from tomorrow. So not long at all.
A month from tomorrow?
Yep. Counting down the days.
May. Oh yeah, that's right. Cause we're in April already. I was trying to think of what a month from tomorrow is. So graduation's coming up and then, you're done with school. You've been in school for
ever.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Are you ready for that break?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's always an adjustment, and to be honest, I love school now, but it's been a long journey, and I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we're going to talk today about SpringFest. SpringFest this is our second annual event for SpringFest, and we started it last year. It was kind of a new concept. It was an old concept, but with a new package and, bringing it to life last year. But let's talk about it. You're taking over that event as our children's pastor here at Shepherd. So why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown of what you hope SpringFest to be and what you're excited about, and kind of give a rundown of what the event looks like. And then we'll kind of talk about how people can participate in that.
Yeah, sure. So, like you said, Joey, it's April 21st, which is only like 3 Sundays from now. So it's coming up pretty quick. But the event really, I think part of the inspiration behind it, I was thinking back to a couple months ago when Rob was talking about the core values of the church. And number 5 and 6 were the big ones that really connect with SpringFest, which talk about living life together and serving others. And so kind of the idea with SpringFest is that it is a way that we can communicate these values to the community. It's an event that's designed to be a time of togetherness for the people within our church, but also the people that have yet to call Shepherd their home or their family.
Yeah. It's
an event that people can come to and like experience the love and fellowship that is like one of the great blessings of being a part of God's family.
Good.
And
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go for it.
I was just going to say that we've had a couple of people talk about or ask us questions about the timing of it, because it's a little bit different timing than our normal timing that we have for a kids or a family event. But we actually backed it up to April 21st to pair with what we're going to talk about on the podcast a little bit later this week, or maybe next week, whenever it gets out there. Pairing with a weekend where we are serving the community here in Gahanna and in Johnstown. And we thought, well, what better way than to provide a place for families to come and experience that kind of life together?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely that event that you were referring to that's taking place down the line with the emphasis of service is like pairs very well with the idea of SpringFest. Yeah. There is the food drive that the kids are working on right now that's going on from now until SpringFest, when we're going to do our final count, is one of the ways that we got our kids involved in serving, raising food, non-perishable items to be brought forward and given to the Johnstown Food Bank. And then there is some other things that I have in mind for SpringFest that I'm looking forward to doing, and we can talk about all the stuff that's going to be happening at that event if you want to.
At Shepherd, we truly value the opportunity for spiritual growth on a daily basis. Of course, we have worship and teaching during our Sunday services, but it doesn't stop there. For over a year now, we've had the Shep Naz podcast each weekday, and now we want to add more tools to your tool belt. Each week, as we post the Sunday message online, you will find not only the message notes from Sunday with the blanks filled in, but you will also find a 5-day devotional, a small group leader guide, and a parent guide to help relate Sunday's message to your family. Visit shepnaz.org/engage to learn more.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Like, so if you were to, tell people, hey, we want you to be a part of this, and this is why you're going to want to be a part of it and come and enjoy it. What are some things people could expect if they come to SpringFest this year?
Yeah, so this year, it does have some things that were similar with last year's SpringFest, but also some new stuff too. So Cooper's Knoll Farm, Gina and Richard Cooper are going to be bringing some animals and kind of like a mobile petting zoo that are going to be there, and that's going to be super, super awesome. We have some inflatables that are coming in that, like, even as a grown adult guy, I'm pretty excited about. There's going to be food, which is a super, super awesome opportunity because I am really passionate about the idea of sharing a meal with people, sharing a table with others. I think that there's something really special that takes place there. I mean, obviously eating is something that we all do, but providing a place where people inside the church can serve people who are not already a part of this family or guests that are here with us is really good. But also just sitting down and enjoying a meal with another person kind of puts everyone at the same level. It's a place where everyone's welcome to just come and enjoy some time together. And I think that's really special. So there will be food. There will also be some things that people are just kind of free to participate as they like cornhole, can jam, and basketball, that type of thing. And then there's a craft that I'm still kind of working out the pieces and parts to that I really want to do with the kids. That is kind of a way for another kind of act of service, because one of the ways that we can serve our community going along with the concept of the Big Serve is that we can take care of our local wildlife and ecosystem. And one of the ways that I was thinking about doing that was doing these things called seed surprises, which are basically like these little seed capsules that you make just to give you a taste of it. It requires blenders, construction paper, cheesecloth. It's like the weirdest combination of things ever. And it's a craft that I want to do with the kids just to give them something that they can kind of toss into a patch of dirt and kind of bring some wildlife, provide shelter, and provide food for pollinators and that type of thing. And I think that'll be a really fun thing that we can do together and give families the opportunity to do together, and then just a cool way for us to give back to our local wildlife. So that'll be fun. I think that's the major highlights.
Awesome. And so with this event being just a few weeks away, and you're planning it, and things are kind of they're moving along by getting all the details worked out. How could people, if they're listening to this, how could they be involved if they wanted to kind of participate in serving to make sure the event happens well?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. This is a serious event that we really want to execute well. There's going to be a lot of first-time attenders here, I expect, and the saying, many hands make light work. To be truthful, there's a lot of work that's going to need to be done. So if people want to help volunteer, there's plenty of things that need to be done. With regard to food, we're going to need people to help serve. We're going to need people to help cook. And even if people would want to donate or bring food to help, I was thinking we'd probably do hot dogs. So we're going to need hot dogs. We're going to need buns. We're going to need water, stuff like that. But then also there's lots of things that are going to be going on at the event, and lots of people. We're going to need people, just if nothing else, to be friendly and welcoming to people and kind of point them in the right direction, let them know what things are happening at the time. Helping with inflatables, if people are super artistic in ways that I'm not necessarily, if they want to help with face paint and stuff like that too. There's plenty of ways to volunteer, and anyone that would like to serve in that way can reach out to me anytime soon. Obviously, the sooner the better, and we can get them connected and help them find a place to serve. So that would be really awesome.
Awesome. And so what's at the end of the day, you said that what we're looking for is for this to be a place where people can serve, but also feel like they're a part of a community. And so what do you hope that this will maybe spring us into some That's a bad pun. I didn't mean that. But like, what do you hope that this will kind of give us a springboard into as a church, as a kids ministry, and a community? What do you hope to build on with this event?
Yeah. So one of the measures that we have here as the church, and one of the things that we value very significantly, is building relationships, right? And so if this is a place where people can come for the first time and just start to build a relationship with people, that way, when they come back, they have people that they know that they can talk to, people they know they can count on, and just that they know they have a place here, a home here, a place where they can belong. SpringFest can be the first step in that. It can be our first opportunity to welcome people into this community. And then also, like, I'm not sure it's explicitly been stated, but the idea is that it's a kids event, right? This is an event for us to bring our kids to, for us to invite our friends to bring their kids to. And just like we will be building relationships with other adults, it also gives time for our kids to make friendships and meet new people and invite friends to come be a part of church for the first time, with the hopes that they can come again at a later time and continue to grow in relationship with each other and begin to or continue to build a relationship with Christ too.
Very good. Was there anything else that you want to kind of plug with SpringFest? Any more information you think that we could get out there for you?
I would say, like, if you're looking for more details, it's on the website, shepnaz.org/spring-fest. It's on there with some more information. And again, people can reach out to me with any questions. Obviously, anyone that would want to volunteer and help with this event, we would be super, super thankful for. And there's plenty of work to be done, like I said. So just, I guess, thanks for giving me this time today.
All right. Well, our thanks to Pastor Brett for joining us on his technical day off, because he is part-time with us and going through school. So we're hoping that you have a good rest of your week, man. Finish strong at school this week, and then we'll see you this weekend. That's what you've heard today. It's April 21st, SpringFest, 4 to 6 p.m. Doors open just a little bit before 4. We have a service right at the beginning, a kind of time where music and dancing and just some fun for the kids. And then we'll have all sorts of fun after that. So don't miss it. If you want to volunteer, let us know. podcast@shepnaz.org. If you want more information, you can check it out on the website. My thanks to Pastor Brett for being here. I'm Joey. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
This podcast is a production of the Shepherd Church of the Nazarene, Gahanna, Ohio. Email to podcast@shepnaz.org and let us know what you think.